as well as Facebook Live. I have not. Glands frenulum 69. It's your first day on Periscope. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have not been able to do both Periscope and Facebook, so I am attempting to do both this morning. So that way I can build back up my Periscope family. I've neglected you all for a while, so I apologize for that. BH Hesso 316, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me on Periscope. I'm not sure who's with me on Facebook Live, but good morning to you all. I don't want to take up a lot of time. I said I was going to try to keep track of time here. And what I'm going to be doing, well, first of all, before I get into that, if you're on Facebook Live, I'm going to start with you all. Be sure to subscribe so that anytime that I come on for Topic Tuesdays or any other random time that you will be able to get that notification. Also on Periscope. If you're not currently following me, definitely go ahead and get connected. So anytime I come on and jump on Periscope, Periscope is typically a little bit easier when we're talking about just doing some random scopes or live feeds. So be sure to go ahead and get connected there. Also on Facebook Live, you'll see something at the bottom that says share. If you can share this broadcast after the end of the Facebook Live video today on Periscope as well, what you'll need to do is swipe right. You can invite followers right now as we are speaking this morning, as well as share on Facebook and Twitter. So if you all can be so kind to go ahead and do that for me. And I do not have on my earpiece. I believe it's turned off. Let me just make sure. Yes, because I was listening this morning. Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Deborah. And I'm not sure who else is with me. So good morning to you all. Boss Hug, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a lot of new people today on Periscope. So that's good, and I'm glad that I decided to get on with you all. So thank you so much for joining me. I am Tramika, Craddock, planner, consultant, coach, and what that means, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Definitely go ahead and connect. What that means is I'm an event planner. I have an event planning company, Prestigious Events by Tramika Craddock, where I do event planning, decorating for intimate and corporate events, as well as I do events consulting. And what that simply means is if you kind of have some idea of planning, but you just need some additional tips, tools, and strategies, what I do is just come in to assist you or consult you on the event that you're actually planning. And then on my coaching side, what I do is for women, I help them to gain better organized and balanced lives through planning. So I am your planning queen. Good morning, Cole. That's I sleep, eat, breathe planning. I love planning. So that's what I do on both of my businesses. Again, event planning, and on the coaching side, I help you plan so that you can be more productive, flow more efficiently through life, especially women, because we balance so many hats, right? Sometimes we're married, sometimes we're a mother. We may be an entrepreneur, we may be in business, we may be in ministry, we may volunteer for organizations, we may have our own organization, we may be the founder, CEO of things. So it's so important for us to be able, as women, we do multitask. That's one of the things that we do well, better than men. And so it's important for us to be able to be organized and have a balanced life in that, so that we won't get stressed out, we don't get overwhelmed, and things don't climb on top of each other. Good morning, Diane. So for the month of December, what I wanted to do, I wanted to declare this particular month setting up to win in 2017. So that's what I want to do. I know the last couple Facebook Live videos that I did, I was discussing things that we need to do before we leave out of 2016. So because in order to prepare for 2017, we have to start now. And there's still time. There's a couple weeks left, so there's still time. So each Tuesday in this month of December, I'm just going to hop on real quick, and I'm going to give some tips, strategies, or tools, some practical things that we can do so that we can set ourselves up to win in 2017. I'm already pretty much have most of the stuff planned for 2017. I'm just putting some finishing touches to some stuff. I don't know what other doors will be open for me, but when those doors do open, I want to be prepared, right? So I have to lay down a good foundation, saying, hey, this is the way that I'm going. This is the path that I'm taking next year. These are the areas that I want to do better in. These are the areas that I need to have more balance and more organization in. These are the areas that I want to capitalize on. So making sure I have a good laid foundation for 2017 is what I need to do in order to prepare me for success in 2017. So that's what these videos will be about. Just simple things that we can do so that we can make sure we're setting up to win in 2017. So let me just quickly talk about that. When I talk about winning is whatever that success looks like to you in that particular area of your life. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to win the lottery. It doesn't mean that I'm not even dating, but by the end of the next year, I'm going to have a billionaire husband. It doesn't mean any of those big lavish things. It can be small things. The great thing that I always say about success as a success strategist, success is up to you. So whatever you determine your success is going to look like in that area of your life, then that's up to you. So the person across the street, the person next door, a family member, a parent, a spouse, they can't determine what that success looks like for you, because you're going to get that ideal goal in mind as far as, and I'm going into some of my tips, you're going to get that ideal goal in mind as far as what that winning or what that success looks like. So I'm not talking about big lavish things. I'm talking about practical things in your life that's going to help you be more successful or reach particular goals that you have set for yourself in 2017. So that's what I mean by winning in 2017. So today's scope or live video on Facebook is titled "Get Clear About Your Goals." Simply, can't get any simpler than that as far as the title. And you would think that it's simple, but it's not. And I'm going to break that down today in some of the tips that I'm going to provide. Getting clear about your goals. And as I was having a conversation with someone in regards to this particular topic, it's not enough for us to say, well, I want to be a millionaire. It's not enough for us to say, well, in 2017, I want to make $100,000. In 2017, I'm not dating right now, but by the end of 2017, I want to have this big grand wedding. And at the end of 2017, I want my kids to have straight A's on every report card that they get for that particular year. And I'm just doing different categories. You know, I may weigh 200 pounds right now, and by the end of 2017, I want to be down to 120. It's not enough for us to just go ahead and name out or call out those particular goals. We have to get clarity on what those goals actually look like. What needs to happen in order for me to reach this place of where I am right now to the place of success that I want to go with my goals? So that's what today's live feed is about. And I have 3 tips that's going to help us gain clarity or help us get to the place of clarity to get clear about particular goals. The first thing I want to talk about is we have to write them down. Point blank period. Is not enough to have them in our head. Now, if you're a digital person, you might want to type that out in your computer. You might want to actually put it in your phone, whatever that looks like, so that it becomes visual. It's important to have our goals visual. So whatever that looks like in your life, again, if you're a digital person, you have tablets, your laptop, your cell phone, iPhone, Android, whatever that looks like. If you want to talk and have some type of text. If you want to, I'm a writer. I always talk about that. Words come to life to me when they hit the paper with pen. So I write things down. So if you have a journal, if you have a diary, a notebook, whatever that looks like, the first step I want you to do is to actually write down what the bigger picture is. Write down what that bigger picture is. I want to lose 80 pounds. I want to have a great relationship for 2017 with more friends or with my spouse. I want my marriage to go to another place. I want my kids to do well in school. I want them to stop having behavior problems. I want to get rid of this addiction. I want to, whatever that looks like, I want to be able to make $100,000. I'm not saying that it's not possible. We just need to be clear on what our goals are. We need to have clarity. So my first thing here is go ahead to write down those particular goals. The second thing is going to be, hey, Corey, the second thing is going to be what areas, well, this should be the first thing. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. What areas of your life are you looking to have success in? So that's what we want to do first. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's write down those particular categories. So some of the categories that I wrote here as an example is marriage, relationships, parenting, grandparenting, business, career, ministry, yourself. What about yourself? You talked about, losing weight. Do I need to say no more to people so that I can do more for myself? Do I need more personal time? So write down on a piece of paper those particular categories. We're still writing here, so it's the same thing. Write down on a piece of paper. If you saying, well, there's 5 categories in my life next year that I want to come to a place of success, whatever that success looks like. There's 5 categories in my life, or there's one big one. I need to work on forgiveness, and that's with relationships, or that may be something with yourself, or you may have 3, you may have 10, whatever that looks like. Write down each category, and then you want to write the place of success that you're trying to reach. So for marriage, I may say that I want a more loving marriage. I may want to be more intimate with my spouse. I may want to be more sentimental, more touchy-feely. Whatever that looks like, I may want my spouse to be, or may goes for yourself, I want to be more romantic. I want us to be intentional about date nights. I want us to go on a trip together. We really need to celebrate our anniversary. We've never done that before. We really need to just go out and do something for ourselves, because all we've done is take care of the kids and take care of other people. Whatever that looks like in the area of your marriage, write those things down. I want to buy my spouse more things this year. Whatever it looks like. In relationships, I want to open up my heart to be able to gain more relationships. I might need to build a small little wall so that I can back up from some relationships, recategorize relationships. I want better friendships. I want to reach out to my friends more. I need to forgive. I need to let go. Whatever that looks like, I need to come closer, draw closer to someone. In the area of relationships and business, I want to take my business to the next place. I want to actually launch my business. I'm not even quite ready to launch my business. I just need to come up with a business plan, a business strategy. Whatever that success looks like in your career, I want to go to another place as far as being promoted. Thank you for helping me revive my goals. Yes, I'm so glad that this is helping you this morning, Deborah. Whatever that looks like in your career, I want to go into management. I want to go into a whole nother career. I need to go back to school. These are just some categories in ministry. God has been telling me something. I need to say yes to it. I need to give into something. I need to pull away from something. Whatever that looks like in the area of ministry. And then again, in yourself, there's so many things when it comes to ourselves. I need to be more intentional about the way I look, the way I do things, how I do things with people. I need to say no. I need to pull back. Whatever that looks like. Hey, boo, y'all, my husband just joined me. Whatever that looks like, write down those particular categories of the area of success that you're trying, the areas in your life that you're trying to attempt to get success. And then you want to go ahead and write whatever that success looks like in that particular area, which it goes into my second point, writing what the success looks like, getting clear about what you're trying to accomplish. 2 things that you need to do on this point. You need to be realistic and be honest with yourself. So if you are, and I'm just giving this as an example, if you being realistic and being honest with yourself. So if you are, now I'm trying to think of another example. Let's just say last time somebody said that they wanted to write a book. If you are saying that you want to write a book and you're saying, well, I'm going to have it done. I'm going to start on January 1st and I'm going to be done by January 6th, publishing everything. I'm not saying that that's not impossible, but be real with your schedule, what you have going on, because, as a coach, we'll organize and balance his life. We always want to make sure that we maintain balance in other areas of our life. So we can't just throw something to the side. Well, I'm going to put my spouse down for now because I need to really work on these kids. No, that's something that you negotiate, but you still have to balance everything. Everything has to come with a balance, and it has to come with order and organization. So be realistic about what you have going on in your life as far as when you're going to give yourself a particular time frame, or as far as the goals that you even want to accomplish. If you're 600 pounds and you're saying, okay, well, in a month, I want to get down to 120. Is that realistic? So we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to create realistic goals. So I'm going to backtrack. The first point is writing out the categories in our life that we want to reach a place of success in. Whatever that looks like for 2017, we're going to set up now to be able to win. So first step is writing down those particular categories. Number 2 is after you write down those particular categories, go back to each category. What does the success look like in that particular area? It's different for everyone. So what does it look like in the particular area of the category that you have for yourself in relationships, in business, and career, whatever that looks like, in motherhood, in parenting, and grandparenting? What does that place of success that you're trying to reach, what is that goal that you're trying to reach, what does it look like? And you want to put that in under each category. The next step is being clear about the goal. And with that, we're being realistic and we're being honest when we create those particular goals. We want to make sure that it's something that's going to actually be attainable when we're creating those goals. Thank you so much, friend. I'm glad that it's helping you today. The fourth thing, that I have for you is create a clear and detailed action plan. What is it to go through all the other steps? You go through, okay, what category in my life do I need success in? So we figure it out. We ponder. We think about, okay, well, this is not working or this could be better. We think about all those things in our life in those different categories. We write that down. And then we write, okay, well, this is the place of success that I would like to reach in that particular area of our life. And then we go even further to say, okay, well, let me create realistic goals. What does the success is going to look like in that particular area? And we write it down and then we put it on the shelf. And then we're picking it back up in December of 2017, or we're picking it back up in 2018 or 2019 or 2020, and all the time that we have all these goals. Now, we don't do all the other steps when we have all these things laid out, but we're not putting action behind it. You have to put action behind the goals, whatever that looks like, whatever you need to do, whether that's accountability, motivating yourself. Those are some of the things that I talk about in some of my seminars, having motivators to be able to reach the goals. You have to keep the notebook open, y'all. Can I say that? Keep the notebook open. Don't close it and put it away and allow it to collect dust on the shelf. We have to keep it open. We have to create those action plans, and we have to be able to reach those action plans. I tend to get overwhelmed. That's where balance comes in, Deborah. Well, you may need to spread some of those plans out. You may need to spread some of those goals out you have. Don't try to cramp it up all in the first quarter of the year or the first month of the year. Some things may take the whole entire year. You may not be able to reach a particular goal until the end of next year. This time next year. I'm sorry. Thank you, Danya. This time next year is when you may actually reach a goal. Some goals may have to be carried into 2018. These are some of the things that I talk about and I teach in my seminars. So, again, going through those again, writing down those particular goals. Thank you so much. Writing down those particular categories in your life. Putting what the goal is. What does the success look like for that particular area? Nobody can determine that but you. And then what you want to do is you want to be honest with yourself. You want to be realistic when you're creating those goals. And the last thing is you have to create a clear and precise action plan of how you're going to actually obtain those goals. It's not enough to just write them down and say, this is what I want to do. Or we start up here in our head, right? Oh, this will be good. This looks good. I think this is a good idea. Okay, the next step is to actually put them down. And then to be realistic and clear with ourselves and honest about when we're setting these goals. And then we have to follow up with action. It does not work if you have no action. You have to work. That's the middle. You have your dreams. I don't know if y'all see my post or even a t-shirt that I have on my website. You have your dreams. You have work in the middle. And then you have success. We have to work the middle, y'all. We have to work the middle. That's the only way that we're going to be able to win in 2017 and meet these particular goals is we have to dream. We have to come up with what these success is going to look like, whatever those categories in your life is, but we have to work. We have to have clear and precise action plans to be able to reach those goals. So I'm just looking at my notes to make sure that I have everything here. One bonus tip that I would give is to make sure that you're creating realistic time frames that you want to meet these goals in. Be honest with yourself. Build in a contingency. A contingency time. I say that I want to meet this goal in 30 days. Well, let me just put 45 days just in case because I know I have all this other stuff going on because we can't just lay other stuff aside unless it's no good for us. Now, let me say that. Now, if it's some stuff, some people, and some stuff that's no good for you that you do need to just put to the side for a while so that you can reach your goals, then yes, do that. But if you're a mother, if you're a parent, if you're married in particular relationships with your friends, you want to be reliable. If you have a job but you're trying to reach a business, you can't just say, I'm going to quit my job and then I'm just going to work on this business. And then when I get it to a point where I can balance everything, I'll pick the job back up. It doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. So everything does have to come with organization and with balance. So that's where creating good time frames, precise time frames is going to go in handy. So I hope that, how does vision incorporate with goals? So the vision is the first step. Vision is your first step. And that's a good question, Deborah. Vision, your dreams, you know, just thinking about stuff. Vision is the first step. Whatever you visualize that I want to do. I want to own my own house in 2017. I want to get my credit better. I want to have a baby. If I'm married with my, you know, if you're married with your spouse, I want to get married in 2017. I want to write a book. I want to start the business. Whatever that looks like, that's the vision. What you have to do is you have to write the vision down, and then you have to create action plans to be able to, those are your goals, to be able to get to that place of where your vision is. So I hope that makes sense. We can talk about that more off record or off of the scope or the live feed if you would like. Your vision is your dreams, your aspirations. That's the bigger picture of where you're trying to get to. And then you make baby steps or action plans or particular goals to be able to climb on top of each other, so that you will reach your vision. Okay, great. I'm glad that it helps you. Yes. Okay, so that's all I have. I hope that helped. Definitely meet me here next Tuesday as we're going to talk about another tip, another strategy, another tool to write it down and make it plain. Absolutely. We're going to talk about another tip that's going to be helping us set up now. We're starting now. Setting up so that we can win in 2017. Now, I did say, thank you so much, Corey. I did say that every Tuesday I was going to have a special for you all. I'm doing that for every Tuesday in the month of December. I will have a special. In order to see today's special, what you need to do is you need to go to my website, which is tramika.com/group coaching. And I actually wrote it out here. I think it's backwards when you all see it, but you can take a screenshot of that. Take a screenshot of that. Go to my website. I'll go ahead and post it in the comment box on this particular live feed as well. But that's tramikacraddock.com/group coaching. There is a special that expires today, and it's only for a limited number of people. And it has something closely related to do with the topic that we talked about today. So what I want you all to do is I want you to go to my website if you want to take advantage. It's a great offer, y'all. I'm telling you, you can't beat it. So go to my website. tramikacraddock.com/group coaching at the end of this scope, and go ahead and take a look at the special for today. Every Tuesday, and I'm gonna have different specials, so make sure you tune in with me. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Be sure that you all share so that other people can take advantage of this as well, especially with the people who are connected to you, because you not only want to be set up to win in 2017, we want the people that we're connected to win as well. So make sure you do that. The last thing that I do want to talk about is wife-mom-preneur. I'm so excited. I came on a few days ago letting you all know that it was a exclusive membership group that I launched on the first day that I had it. It was, thank you so much for typing that in. See, that's my boo. It's my man. He be helping me, y'all. But the group that I launched is wife-mom-preneur, and what it is, it's a safe place for women in business. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a mother, if you're married, if you're in marriage, what I want you to do is go ahead and get connected to that group. There's going to be some exclusive membership things that's going to be going on there. There is a fee. The first day when I launched it, it was only $1. Now it's $5. It's at a really low cost until December 31st, just because I want to get so many people connected, and you're not going to be able to beat a $1 or $5 return on that particular investment. So it's well worth it. We'll be doing free workshops and seminars. I will have live events. I will have digital products that you can take advantage of, and some of these things are going to be free because it's an exclusive group and it's a membership group. So it's not like my She Networks where you can come on anyone. That's a community. That's a networking event. We will do networking. You will have opportunities for business exposure, leadership development, and it's not like that particular group where you can just come in and anyone, no matter who you are, can be a part of that group as long as you're a woman. Again, this is an exclusive membership group. So be sure, I have the first event set up for January of 2017. So I'm so excited to be able to announce that. The official launch for Wife Mompreneur is January 9th. 2017. So it's not going to actually start, but I'm discounting the membership prices now so that we can get as many people connected as possible. So I was even telling some women, I actually seen somebody sign up for membership. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, there was a woman on here, she put her husband's business. So there's going to be all type of business exposure for if your kids are in business, if you have a business, your spouse have a business. So you'll be able to have business exposure for those as well. And then I get questions as to whether or not you have to be married, a mother, and an entrepreneur. You do not. I do ask that you're aspiring to one of those particular areas, because we will heavily be talking about marriage. We will heavily be talking about parenting and motherhood, as well as entrepreneurship. So I want to make sure that it's something that you will be able to gain from. So I would say that you should be at least aspiring to get to one of those particular categories. But I will share the link for that as well in the comment box. Again, that's the wife-mom-preneur exclusive membership group. You can sign up for that, and don't forget to go check out the special today, tramikacraddock.com/group coaching. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all on next Tuesday as we talk about something else that we can do to set up to win in 2017. But until then, you all have a productive rest of the day.